Hey everybody, welcome back to Sky Factor 2.5. You might notice, if you're paying close attention to the map, that there are no cows on my map over there. Now, they're not dead, they're just in storage. They're right here in these boxes in golden lassos. I'm taking them off of the grass and storing them so that I can get new ones, because there's a couple of fluid types that I want to get and I haven't got cows for them yet. So the useful ones are on this side. These are like iron, shiny metal, silver, things I can actually use. And the ambiguous, not so useful other ones are on this side, like the witchery fluids and the fire water and stuff like that. They're on this side. And I've got a couple of extra lassos somewhere. I think they're in here. Yeah, they're right there. So I've got 2 rounds of cows so far. Some good, some bad. It's just kind of a toss-up. I got one that's liquid death. I have no idea what it's used for. It looks like it doesn't have a use, but it might be good for a mob farm of some sort if it actually kills stuff that walks into it. I have no idea. Anyway, so here's our sheep. I had 2, one disappeared. The other one did not have a hat. This one's got a Luigi hat on. The chickens I mentioned before, I took them all out, but I can easily get more. And, 1 second. So, Luke Johnson asked me a question about cows spawning, and that's why, well, one of the reasons I started picking them up, and then I decided to sort them out. He said he's got a 9x9 area, and he only had 6 cows in it. Well, I've got a 9x6 here, and it spawns, well, I had 12, and they spawn in groups of 6, so you kind of have to wait a while. Also, you have to make sure that your area that they're spawning in is like 20-something blocks away from wherever you started the world. The world spawn for your player or whatever. You kind of have to spend a bunch of time more than 20 blocks away, or 24, or whatever it says in the book here. It'll tell you the block distance there. But since I knew exactly where my spawn location for the world was, and this is mostly where I AFK, my person stands like right in here somewhere when I'm just letting the game run. The cow field is far enough away for them to spawn in there, and also the mob farm is far enough away for them to spawn in there. And I don't have to worry about anything walking over here and killing me because it doesn't aggro from that far away. Anyway, so I think I talked about the unbreakable tools last episode. We went to the Deep Dark. I went ahead and finished leveling up my sword and added like 4 more levels of necrotic to it, so it's got lifesteal 5. And I went ahead and named it also. I named it the Lich just because it's got a bunch of lifesteal on it now. And then the pickaxe I was using, I named it Silkvine because it's got Moss 5 and Silk Touch. I don't know. Random name. Anyway, this is going to be our Silk Touch pick for the Deep Dark. And then you already know about the unbreakable Matic that I made. But the pick that we're going to be using for the Deep Dark is this one here. I made it, leveled it up all the way to Godlike. It's maxed out for level. It's got an effective durability of like 8,400 out of 840, so it's at 10 times its normal durability. And it's got reinforced 9 total, you can see at the top. I've added several levels of reinforcement to it. I just wanted to show you guys, whenever you add the last level to make it reinforced 10, let's see, here it says durability 840, 486 out of 840. So I'm going to go ahead and repair it first. You don't have to. You can add this on without repairing it. Then it says here unbreakable. But it'll always have that 486 durability on it. So I'm going to repair it first. 1 second. Okay, just checking. Repair it first, and then add the final obsidian large plate. And there we go. Now we have a totally unbreakable pickaxe that has a 36 mining speed. This other one has a 15 mining speed. I think it was at 18 before I added Silk Touch, but Silk Touch brings down the speed and the damage on a tool, like the attack damage that it deals. Silk Touch brings those down. So we're going to use this shiny pickaxe. I haven't named it yet. Leave name suggestions in the comments. So what's a good name for an unbreakable platinum pickaxe? I was thinking, like, there's an anime, I can't think of the name offhand, but it's like a guy in a mech piloted kind of thing that's got a drill on it, and the whole anime series is about the power of the spiral or something like that, and the guy is like a drill, and he's a driller. I can't think of the name. Anyway, if you know the name, I haven't looked it up, but I probably should. That would be a decent name. That would be my suggestion for it. But anyway, if you come up with a cool name, leave it in the comments. Let me know. But this is going to be our cobblestone / smoothstone breaker. While we're down there, just to clear all the walls out of the way, then we're going to silk touch out all of the ores. So let me go ahead and put this on the bar like so. Alright, so down there, that's where I put the portal to the deep dark. And I also spent a little time making another set of ender chests. Well, I made one, and that one is tied to a pouch, which I should probably get. Well, hang on. These don't really actually need to be here. Let me pick this up. Okay, got it. And those, and that. And that already had some ore in it. Okay, so the ender chest is tied to a pouch that is the same as the chest, but it's in your inventory. And what I was going to do is put these up here. I can move it over one space. The ender chest doesn't have a lot of storage space to it, so I'm going to have the ender chest, come on, a little bit of lag there. I'm going to have the ender chest export into an obsidian chest, which is like our diamond or crystal chest that we made before. I was going to just have it export into that. That way, while I'm in the deep dark mining, I can just put the stuff in the pouch and have it brought up here automatically, and then I can work out whatever I want to do with it later. Down here, I did a little bit of work. Well, mostly I just made a fluid transposer because I wanted to make some cryotheum, which you have to get snow, like snowballs, and then add redstone to them with a fluid transposer. So made that, worked it all out, got the cryotheum, and I already forgot what I used it for. Oh, the upgrades to the pulverizer. There we go. I made all 3 of the augments to the pulverizer. Here's the recipes. This is 3 wool, 4 bronze. Next one, 2 bronze, some hardened glass, some glowstone, and more wool. And the third one, this is where I needed the cryotheum. It's 2 of that, 4 of the hardened glass, 2 glowstone, and a servo. That's just iron, glass, and redstone. So now this thing has an 81% secondary chance, which means whenever it pulverizes an item, if it has a secondary output, it gets a bonus 81% to the secondary output chance. I think it's bonus amount, it says plus 81%. So whatever the base number is, it'll go up by 81%. So very much more effective of getting resources than normal. And then after they're pulverized, I usually throw them in the smeltery because it also doubles the amount that you get when you pulverize stuff. Okay, so that was a quick Minecraft day. Now let me grab the pouch. We're going to go into the deep dark. There's the ender pouch. When you make these, let me put that wrench away. I'm not going to need it. Probably not going to need the mattock for anything. Not going to need any of that stuff. Okay. Got a little bit of food. Alright, so the ender chest, you know how those work, just like a vanilla ender chest. You put something in one and it's also in the other one, so it's instant item transfer. But you can't, I mean, it's easier to carry around these pouches. Here's the recipe for that. It's a piece of wool, 3 leather, 4 blaze powder. And this one is attuned to the chest that was down here, the triple black pattern on it. To key it to one of the chests, to make it tie to one of the chests, you just hold shift and right click on the chest with the pouch, and it'll tie it to that chest. So you can change them up anytime you want to. Alright, let's hop into the deep dark and head on down here. I've done a pretty good amount of clearing out. I haven't touched any more ores than we had done before. There we go. I've been just working to the north from here. Let me bring my view distance up a little bit. There we go. Give that a second to render in case it's being weird. Alright, so now let's start grabbing some loot. Silk touch all this out of here. And of course, vein mine. And the reason I wanted silk touch is because in the case of like redstone or lapis or diamonds, you don't get the block when you mine it. You get like the actual ore type from it. And this way I can process them and get bonus ores. Grab those, grab that, a little bit of lead on the side there. I'll come back and get detailed in the walls later. I kind of want to just clear out a giant open space here in the middle. Diamonds, ferrous, that's one of the ones I was kind of low on. Cinnabar, I don't really have a use for yet. Some more ferrous. Iron. And of course there are mobs down here. They don't spawn on the bedrock, but they will spawn on top of the ore blocks. So there will be mobs down here. In a minute, whenever they spot me, they'll start coming this way. A little bit of lead and some silver here. Might as well get the stuff off the ceiling. Ton of coal. I don't really need coal, but I'll find a use for it maybe. Ah, see, I'm in the dark now. I made a line of torches straight out from here, just so I don't have to worry about that damage. These mobs in here are supposed to have double HP. I think they have double HP, but my crossbow is actually doing a lot of damage. I think it's mostly the bolts, though. They got like 3 levels of sharpness on them. Oh, hello. Vasky. Alright. And here's the random loot and stuff from mobs that I've gotten so far, along with all the cobblestone I've mined out in order of compression. So 7 regular, 1 times 9, 7 times 81, 2 times 729, and 2 times 6500. So ton of cobblestone out of here. Oh, there's a bat wearing a tentacle hat. Come here. Got him. Well, I guess I already had the hat. But I got some wool of bat. If I ever get around into doing witchery, I know I'll need at least a couple of those at some point. We'll do that. I'm not real big into magic mods, but I know witchery has a lot of cool stuff in it. So witchery seems mostly to me to be better in a multiplayer setting because it has a lot to do with interacting with other players. but it does have some good single-player uses, like preventing you from taking damage from drowning or fall damage or hunger. Alright. So this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing for a while. Oh, you may notice my experience bar is quite a bit lower than it was. Mostly because I ended up making the bedrock drum. Oh, he's having a bad time. Good job, Soren. Tried it. I made the bedrockium drum to store liquid XP in and filled it. And I've got almost 500 levels left. So, it turns out that all that experience I was getting was more or less a bug with the experience rings, thinking they're supposed to give you experience from machinery that was doing work, or something like that, something along those lines. So I dumped off a bunch of it. I'm going to eventually, probably tonight or in the morning, update the mod pack to version 2.5.1. I'm just in 2.5 right now, because I leave my game running for days at a time, so I haven't actually updated it yet. But also, one of the changes I'm looking forward to in 2.5.1, supposedly the books in the sifter, like the efficiency 5 books that I made, those are not supposed to run out of enchantment. They're supposed to just stay there. So I'm kind of looking forward for that. I'm going to make fresh efficiency 5 books and replace the ones that are in there. Okay, now that we've got at least a decent amount of stuff out of here, let me grab these. Might as well. Nice big open space in here now. Inventory's getting a little bit full. Let's drop off the mob stuff. Alright, so we just opened up our ender pouch. There's a guy walking this way. Boom, dead. Okay. Kind of hate the reload speed on this crossbow, but it does so much damage that I'm not too worried about it. It's like a 5.5 second reload time. Alright, so we open our ender pouch and just dump our entire inventory of ores in there. They get sorted out into a giant chest on the other side, and we can go on about our business. Don't have to worry about our inventory being full. Let me grab some yellowite, some more of these elemental stuff, stones. I kind of want to pick up a lot of this draconium ore also. Alright, Sev. Go fix Bacon Donut's spawn point, so he doesn't have to be stuck in a death loop. So if you're watching Bacon Donut play the mod pack, he was playing last night on his single player world because, well, one, he didn't really want to be there. He wanted to be playing on Infinity Evolved Skyblock for more of a challenge. And Sevidus set up a server. Oops, a little bit of lag here. Sevidus made the server for a couple of them to play on it. And he moved the spawn point for the world like 6,900,000 blocks away from where it's supposed to be. He moved his spawn point over there, and he moved Giant Waffles spawn point over there. But he did not move Bacon Donut's spawn point. So Bacon Donut is playing along in the mod pack. Sevidus at this point has gone home, gone to bed, whatever. Bacon Donut dies, He's not worried about it. Hits respawn, and then he's 7 million blocks away, falling into the void over and over and over again, and doesn't have any permissions to fix the situation. So he tried calling and texting and everything else, trying to get a hold of Sevidus to try to fix it. Sevidus was asleep, and this was all last night. It's probably been fixed a few hours ago, at least. But he was playing around on his single-player world last night, and that's where I found out that I don't have the exact current version of the pack. It's been updated for a couple of days, but then my game has been running for a couple of days straight. So, long story short, I need to go update. Another thing that they changed that's kind of cool. Let's see, if I look at a block, you've probably noticed this. If you look at a block for a couple seconds, it comes up with this thing in the middle of the screen that tells you the name of the block, and it says I for more info. That should not be there at all. Supposedly that was one of the mods in the pack that decided to download and install a different mod, and they didn't want it in the pack. So that has since been removed as of a couple days ago. And as soon as I'm done doing this episode, I will probably go update, and I want to make a backup of my world before I do so, just in case it deletes my map or something. I can do a rollback, because I would rather play a slightly outdated version than have to start over. I'm sure you guys would agree. Alright, this isn't actually very bad. I don't have to worry about spawns on the ground down here. It's another good reason to come all the way down to bedrock to do mining. Anyway, so I've probably got enough stuff for now. I'll come back and clear this stuff out later. We've got another thing I want to do today. Ooh, that looks actually really cool. That order infused stone. One other thing I wanted to do today. Hello, who are you? Minalien? Okay. Sorry, I don't know who you are. Kill the spider. There's one other thing I want to do today, and that's a little bit of a rematch. Of course, the only thing that I have fought on the map that requires a rematch would be Enderman, because that's the first thing I died, well, technically first and second thing I died to in the world. The other thing that would be worth a rematch is not because I lost to it, but just because since I fought it, I've gotten a couple of new shiny things to fight it with, and that is the Wither boss. So let's make our way out of here. Let me eat a little bit. There we go. I've got my game sounds turned down. Let me know if they're too low if you'd like to hear them, and I can always turn them back up a little bit. Okay, up we go some more. I want to just check real quick on our pile of loot here. There it is. Make sure everything's getting transferred correctly. Yep. So I made some of these item ducts, the like resonant enderium ones, called a warp item duct. They are the fastest pipe if you apply power to them. Usually the item speed is determined by the servo. It determines the stack size that gets sent and the speed, I'm pretty sure. But if you apply power to these, if you have like a energy conduit or one of those like flux duct things, and you attach it to this, it'll turn into the, well, what does that? The end portal? You know how the end portal has that like shiny starry night kind of thing inside of it? That's what these pipes look like on the inside if you apply power to them. And they instant transfer items. And they take, I think, 50 RF every time they instant transfer a stack of items. So those are really good if you have a long distance to transfer items and you have extra power. And so I added them over there, upgraded the servos just to keep items flowing over there in a decent manner. Alright, we're at 25 minutes. Let's go knock out another Wither boss. We've got everything set up. Oh yeah, also, I don't know if you saw it right there, you can rewind a little bit. My experience bar was totally empty. It does that when you come out of the Deep Dark. If you go in and out of the Nether, it will fix it. If you hit save and quit and rejoin your world, it'll fix it. It's mostly just a visual bug. Your levels are all still there. But when you come out of the Deep Dark, it like wipes your experience bar out for some reason. Oh yeah, that's another thing I need. A couple of gas tiers. Detour. And I'm not going to get that one, am I? Nope. Okay. So, make sure that's reloaded. We're good. Put that away. Don't need this on the bar. Alright, so let's grab these. Let's get our rematch on. I want to see if the height was the issue here with the arena or if it was something else. I did add another layer to it, so it's 4 blocks tall instead of 3. Let's see how this goes. Oh, phone's going off. Perfect timing. Oh, well, it looks like he's stuck in here. Oh, yeah. So, lifesteal 5. And you're good. I took 3.5 hearts of damage. And I'll probably heal up some of that before my hunger bar wears out. Alright, so we got another rare shader grab bag, another Zavicio essence, another Nether star, another division sigil, and 4 pride shards. And another miniature yellow heart. Oh, I have 10, well actually 12, I think, maybe 13, of the red heart canisters. I'll end up putting those together at some point to increase my health bar. Also this armor, I was looking for a way to repair that. If you get these Zavicio essences and an anvil, you can repair them like vanilla style. And I think there's another way to do it in one of the magical mods. But as far as I know, that's about it. Anyway, I'm going to go hunt for some ghasts. I need some ghast tiers to make some safari nets out of. And until next episode, I guess I will see you guys later. Have a good day.